Right, we've gone from looking at the volumes over the last 2 weeks, and we started with what we've done. We've done prisms, of which cylinders were a specific case. Then we looked at pyramids, of which cones were a specific case, and cones gave us frustums. And then we did spheres as well. We looked at the volumes. The simpler ones, you need to know the formula for the volume, you need to know the volume for the prisms, you need for the cylinders. But a lot of the other volumes are given to you when you actually come up on the exam. Now we look at area, the outside area of a shape, and the outside area of a shape will be made up of finding the area of all the faces of a shape. So on something like a cuboid, it's going to be a series of rectangles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But then you might want to read a question, say whether it's an open box, a solid shape, etc., etc., etc. That should be relatively straightforward. Words you may want to think about are, if you take something like a cuboid and fold it flat, the pattern you get is the net. So the surface area is the area of the net of the shape. There was, and on the previous page there was a question to do from the book, just one of them. Here you've got 2 exam questions. If you look at them as you work them out, notice that the surface area is going to be a series of 1, 2, 3, 4, a rectangle which is that side there, a rectangle which is the bottom, but then you've also got an L shape at the front and an L shape at the back. Okay, so all you're needing to do is think about the whole net for that shape. And then it would be worth saying that blue bits we've done would be the cross-sectional area if you're working out the volume of the prism. And then on this second shape, what have we got? The net of that shape is going to be 1, 2 triangles, and then it's going to be 1, 2, 3 rectangles. There are the 2 answers you're trying to get. Work your way through those. If you struggle, message me on Wednesday or Thursday. Right, so as relatively simple ones. We can also work out in this first lesson surface area of a cylinder. Okay, so cylinder has a circle at the top and a circle at the bottom, which is going to be the pi r squared and the pi r squared. What about the, and those are the flat bits of the cylinder. The curved surface is all of this, this side bit, isn't it? All that bit there, all the way round is the curved surface of a cylinder. Imagine if you've got, in fact, wait there. Did you wait? Good. Imagine if you took the label off that bean tin. If you took that label off and unfolded it, the shape would be a rectangle, and the rectangle would have a height which is the height of the bean of the tomato tin, and that measurement there, the circumference of the cylinder, would be the length of the rectangle stretched out. So shall we sacrifice a tomato tin for this? Oh, that may look like they're attached more closely, more tightly. Right, you know what I should have got? I should have got a knife. This probably is the worst maths video ever, isn't it? Look, if I unfold that now, it's a rectangle, isn't it? And that long edge is the circumference of the cylinder, and that edge there is the height of cylinder. Right, I'll stick that back into the larder. So, well, oh, put the knife down. So what have we got here? We've got the circumference of the circle, 2 pi r, and we've got the height of the cylinder. That gives the rectangular area. That's the curved surface area of the cylinder. So for instance, this one here, surface area of the cylinder is 2 circles twice pi r squared, and the curved surface is the circumference of the circle multiplied by the height of the cylinder, and you get the answer as follows. Right. So there's one question to do from the textbook, 9F. Oh no, 2 questions. 9F, 1 part 2 A and D, and then there's this exam question. All I'd ask you to think about is, if this is stuck together, we're looking for the areas of that, a rectangle on the side, a rectangle at the back, one at the bottom. In fact, they're not rectangles, they're squares, aren't they? And then, if it's stuck on, you've got that curved bit, and then just the top, which also means part of the top part of the cube is also obscured. Anyway, the answer's on the next page. See if you get it, and then if you're stuck on that one, I'll go through it, because it turns out the calculation is actually remarkably straightforward if you see a shortcut. Right, that's the answer to it. Good luck with those, and I'll see you on Thursday, and no lesson Friday. Tell you, why don't we have a vote? Everybody who wants a lesson on Friday, give me an up arrow, and everyone who doesn't want one, give me a down arrow. Bye.